Welcome
back
to
Dadventurous.
Mirelight. We're back in it, folks, after a little bit of a pause. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the main part of Season 3.
Yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed a little country apple detour.
Yeah.
Kind of a crazy one-shot, but that was pretty fun.
It was very strange to play a high-level character.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a fun one. But we're going to jump back into the main story for a while here. We were just doing a little catch-up. And so now we're going to continue with the story of Mel and kind of just after your encounter with the mom's character for the first time.
Yeah.
Your worst nightmare. That's right. So we'll jump into the story here in just a minute. We got some more names that I've been using and I'm planning on using for from listeners for some of my NPCs that you guys are going to hear in this episode too. So again, I've got a little list going, but if you guys want to send us more names,
that's it's always nice to receive some content.
It's true. And I think with that, I will hand it over to our resident detective and do a little recap. Boom, 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 Dadventurous.
I had just arrived on the upper skyline, up on top of these skyscrapers, and had met a very old acquaintance of mine, old friend, now, I suppose, promoted to his position as guarding Brixie's lift. But I'd come up here to follow more clues. Unfortunately, another obstacle had crossed my path in the form of a thief. I'd never got a too good enough look at her, but she swooped in, all shiny and sequined, and stole my papers without a second glance. I chased her through the unfamiliar streets of the city, and she seemed quite clever for an adolescent criminal, and chased her through the streets, through buildings, into a plaza, where unfortunately I lost her and my papers to a cloud of pigeons and cotton candy. But now I've met up with an officer of the MMCD, Skyline Division, and I found a little invitation to one Xander Farthing's commemoration party.
That's where we find ourselves now.
Yeah, that's where we find ourselves now.
So you're looking back, or you're looking up at this guy next to you, this again, kind of like a lieutenant outfit, higher individual, white hair, older guy, built a little stockily. And he's standing there again, that pressed suit. And he had just kind of picked you up, kind of dusted you off, sort of pulled you aside, and he had introduced himself as Commissioner Renshaw.
Commissioner Renshaw.
Mm-hmm. And as you're sitting there and he's kind of dusting you off and you have that paper in your hand and he's looking at you, I think Marv's sword kind of hums at your hip. And he goes, careful on this one, kid. I remember him. He was captain back when we were on the force. You might not have dealt with him much, but he was the one giving us our orders back then. I'm not sure where he stands.
I just messaged back. All right, I'll keep an eye out. I kind of pour myself away a little bit and readjust my hat. And
he goes, oh, okay, yeah, welcome to the Skyline again. My name's Commissioner Renshaw. Well, I of course know who you are based on the hat and the horns. You must be Miss Ashgrave.
Yeah, that would be correct. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice to meet you. And he holds out his hand.
I shake it.
Nice, firm handshake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was quite the kerfuffle there we had.
Yeah, I was chasing down one thief that I hear you've been having around lately.
Oh, yeah, she's, whoever she is, she's been causing quite the chaos for folks up here, so it's just a constant thorn in our side. And I think as he kind of turns you away, can you make a perception check?
Yeah. 9.
9. Okay, you kind of don't notice anything at first, and he starts leading you, and he's like, "Here, come into the precinct. We'll chat formally in my office."
I took the invitation in my pocket.
Okay. And I think as you're walking away, you start hearing the like hubbub of officers behind, and you kind of look back, and the pigeons and the paper floating magically enchanted like things are flying around, the cotton candy, the fountain, all of this magic kind of burst, and you had watched the gondola zip away with your worst nightmare in it.
Yeah.
And I think what you notice is this kind of magic building up around the fountain, like a build-up, and you're kind of getting like this momentary glimpse of like, oh no, this could open a rift.
Yeah.
And Marv's like, "Hey, watch out!"
So is this like slow building, or is this like?
No, it's like the beginnings of, you can feel this you can kind of see this surge of magic. It looks like a rift is about to open up.
I see that,
and
I think I just pull the guy. How close are we to the door?
You guys are pretty close to the door.
I just grab the guy's arm and yank him inside.
So go ahead and make an athletics check against him.
6.
17.
Yeah.
You go to pull his arm, and he kind of looks at you, and again, big stocky guy, and he looks back at the rift, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry, we'll get a handle on that." And I think what you notice is like this rift opens up.
Yeah.
At this portal, right? This swirling in the mist here, though, it's like a little weaker.
Yeah.
And so this rift opens, but it's kind of small.
It's not a lot.
It's not very tall. It's maybe like half height of kind of the one you just dealt with recently. And I think immediately as this rift opens up, you hear alarms go off in the plaza, and within moments, there's like 30 MMCD officers rushing in. Somebody rushes up with their gear kind of set up to be like a rift closer, and they close this thing and cordon off the area, and it's extremely well organized within like a minute of it happening.
I kind of just stand a little bit and watch it.
Yeah, which if you'd like to make an insight check, you can.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. Why?
Well, so I did this a little differently, so what'd you get?
5.
So I would say based on that, I'll let you take it as you would. I was thinking if you rolled high, you could have seen maybe the silver linings of this. This is impressive. This is a good feat. But the other side of this is, why is there not this kind of response
down below?
Down below. You guys deal with these bigger rifts. You deal with
gloam
spawn flowing out of them. And so I'd like to think that with the low roll, this kind of makes you grumpy.
Yeah. I think I'm impressed.
Yeah.
At like how fast that was. But yeah, definitely like
Marv kind of goes, "Ugh, they always did abuse magic up here. No respect." And Commissioner Renshaw's
let go of his arm.
Yeah, Commissioner Renshaw out to his men are like, "Good job, guys. Another successful rift closed." And
I just cross my arms.
Yeah. Miss Ashgrave, if you don't mind, we could go in and chat in my office.
Yeah. Yes, of course. I would be honored.
Okay. So you go into this kind of big building. Again, it's kind of like, it's not like it's a separate building. Up here in the plazas and everything, where everything is sort of a balcony or a bridge or whatever. This plaza you're in with this fountain is like a big, almost like, I don't know, like a helicopter pad from like a previous building.
Yeah.
It's this big open air plaza with a fountain in the middle. And what he's leading you into is kind of like into the skyscraper from here. And there is sort of big glass doors, kind of stone pillars, and it has the big MMCD logo here. And again, there's bridges going other places and gondolas and whatnot. But he leads you in and opens the door, and there's just this hubbub of like people running around, papers getting passed along. There's people chatting on like sending stone type things. There's communication happening. This is highly efficient, highly organized, and a lot of people in here. And he kind of leads you through towards his office at the back.
I think I see this and I follow him. I just want to take this in. Like, just, I don't know if I would roll like a perception check on that, but I just
You go for it.
Want to take this in, and I want to see like how this is set up, kind of compared to what we have down there in the fens. Perception? 13.
Okay. You had a precinct down in the fens
Yeah.
when you worked for the MMCD. It was like a rundown building. There were some people working in there. There's 24 people working in the building. But it was pretty hit the streets, go deal with, one thing at a time. When rifts opened up, you had to like go gather people, work together to find these rifts and close them. You dealt with a lot of petty crimes, theft, things like that. This is on the next level. Yeah. This is highly technological, highly advanced.
Is there a lot of
very
magic
impressive.
in here too?
Yep. As you look around, you see, like switchboard operators, like basically in the essence, basically communicating with people via the equivalent of like a sending stone.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. It's all minor magic stuff, keeping it low key. But there's that. There's another automatic coffee maker in the corner, that kind of vibe. And so, there's definitely a lot of little magic things happening here. And I think Renshaw leads you through his office. Also, with that perception check, I think you notice on the wall, as you come to the office, there's a bunch of signs for the upcoming commissioner election.
Oh.
And so you see like Renshaw versus Calloway, like commissioner. And there's like an upcoming date in about 2 weeks. And there is clearly a little bit of the extra mobility and extra stuff happening in here is almost like what you would see at like an election or a campaign.
Kind of like counter.
Yeah. There's a lot of like normal dressed people. They're like printing out these photos. They're, writing things. So it's quite the hubbub in here. It's a little bit of a combination of police work as well as like a campaign office.
Oh. I think I take that in and I follow him and just say, well, it looks like you're quite busy up here with
Oh, yeah, always busy. Here, come in. And he like leads you to this beautiful ornate wood door, opens it up, and inside there's this classic wood desk with a chair on one side and a chair on the other.
I take the chair.
And he closes the door and with like a whoosh, the sound just deadened in here.
Oh.
Completely silent. So whether that's magical or not, you're not sure. But went from this hubbub noise to just very quiet.
All right.
He sits down, he unbuttons his coat a little bit, and he goes, boy, what a day.
I think that can go for both of us.
Right, yeah. What was it you lost again? I'm sorry. I wasn't paying too much attention with the Nightmare in sight there.
As you may know, I just recently came up here from the lift, and I'm afraid my authorization papers have been stolen.
Ah, by the Nightmare herself.
Yes, that.
Well, isn't that unfortunate? Well, I think I can help you with that. And he like reaches down in his desk and he opens up this drawer and he pulls out like a new authorization paper.
Oh.
A more legal one this time.
Oh.
So maybe this will work in your favor.
I think I just stare at it. Stare at him for a second. Do you just have those on hand?
Well, of course. We're the MMCD. It's what we do. This will be good for the lift taking you down into the mud market.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Ashgrave, private investigator. And he starts filling it out. And he, describes you a little bit. He puts your age down, which is correct.
I see him put down private investigator.
Uh-huh.
And I think I wait for him to finish filling it out. And
I like to think, like, your height is correct, your age is correct. He even puts down, like, which neighborhood you live in the fens. And it's all stuff that, like, yeah, you have an office. It's not crazy to think about that information, but it's a little weird.
I think I just watch him put it down and wait for him to finish.
Yep. And he signs it, and then he takes out a big stamp and a big Commissioner Renshaw stamp on this thing, and he hands it over. Here, this should fix any issues you had, and yeah, the Nightmare, of course, she's trouble, but this will solve your problem, and now it's none of your concern anymore.
If you don't mind my asking, Commissioner, do you come down to the fens often?
It's been a while, admittedly. I usually send my lieutenant, Calloway down, and he reports things down below, but I have things I do up here, people I need to meet with. But yes, I've been down before, but as commissioner, I have that privilege of going back and forth.
I want to make a history check. Do
Okay.
I remember seeing this guy? Like,
Sure.
not from my
Yeah,
time at MMCD, but like after that. Do I remember seeing this guy down there? 16?
16? You're starting to put it together. Commissioner Renshaw, Marv, giving you your warning and
Mhm.
stuff. You've heard the name. You've probably seen him coming to the various Fenn's MMCD office.
Oh.
He is the commissioner. Did he come down often? No, but it probably wasn't uncommon, and you probably knew his picture. He probably had his picture up from previous elections, things
Yeah.
like that. So you're starting to put it together, and you're like, oh, okay, I have seen this guy. In terms of meeting him, I don't think you would have. Maybe
No.
at like a graduation speech for MMCD officers or something like
Yeah.
that, but nothing.
I say, yes, I think I've seen you down there a couple of times.
I see.
How did you get my height?
Well, I am commissioner of the MMCD. I can get any kind of information I need of citizens of this town. And don't forget that, you still got a file here.
Really?
Sure do. And I think
Hi.
he, spins his chair around to a file cabinet. He goes to, 2 years ago. He, pulls out a drawer and...
Is this a file cabinet for officer profiles, or
Mhm.
is this a file cabinet for suspect profiles?
I think in this case,
Those
this
are
is
different.
this is officers for sure.
Okay.
Pulls it out. Cadet Mel Ashgrave graduated, this year.
Mm.
Yes, you were assigned to the Rift Squad with Lieutenant Marv.
Yes.
I remember Marv. He was a good guy. Whatever happened to him?
When was the last time you checked down into the precinct down there?
I'll admit it's been a while. Probably, I don't know, couple months maybe.
So
Marv, and he's like,
Marv.
Marv. Oh,
He-
right. Some sort of magical incident, right?
yes, there was.
You feel Marv's sword vibrate grumpily.
Yes, there was a rift that me and him were going to go check out, and things went a bit sideways. Were you informed of his disappearance?
Yeah, now that we're talking about it, I remember. Yes, he disappeared or perished, and I think Officer Calloway had labeled it a magical incident, an accident, and that's about what I remember. Marv, I think in your head is like,
I'm so used to hearing
Yeah,
this
yeah, this is-
answer that I'm just not even necessarily offended anymore.
Mhm.
I'm just
yeah,
internally shaking my head.
I think Marv too. He's like, boy, they really are incompetent. I'm surprised I worked for them for so long. I really thought we were doing good, but
Yep.
seems times have changed.
You can say that again. Commissioner,
Yes, of course.
Um.
What can I do for you? Besides the paper, of course. Here you go, and he hands it to you.
I take it.
Mhm.
And I say, as you may know, I have resigned.
Oh, yes, of course. You're a private investigator, like it says right there, and he taps the paper.
Yes. And this is my first time up here to the Skyline.
Oh, welcome.
And I've come up here to, do what I do now. Investigate some things. I was perhaps wondering, do you know, I don't know a lot about up here. What is the presence of the Gallows family? I've known they're down there,
You
but
can make a insider perception on that one as you say, Gallows crime family.
13?
13? His eyes kind of narrow a little bit, and you do see somebody who he reacted in a way that would be like, oh, okay, this guy actually doesn't like them.
Oh, okay.
The Gallows family, they're coming up here, and there's been lots of claims of going legitimate and starting up a new form of, I don't know. But yeah, they've been coming topside. I don't know exactly how, but let's just say that, and he kind of points at the posters on the wall through the window, and he goes, let's just say that it's one of the main things we're dealing with up here. And, well, Lieutenant Calloway, not really much of my lieutenant anymore, is running for commissioner, and he has a little bit of the backing of this reformed Gallows family.
Ah, I can see why that would be difficult for you. I'm gonna save that for later. What can't help but notice that your officers up here seem quite well efficient. I could say with that rift.
Yeah, I've put in quite some time up here, making sure the skyline is safe and the people up here are well protected. There's a lot of.
You do use a lot of magic, but does that cause problems often?
I mean, define a problem. A rift opens, we're able to close it.
I would define a rift as a problem.
I suppose down below they tend to be maybe a little bit more volatile, but yeah, up here we, with Brixie's inventions and the certain wealth that goes around, yes, magic is used maybe a little bit more. Why do you ask?
I was gonna roll an insight check, just to see his define a problem sorta.
Yeah.
Wow, not one. That's a 3.
Yeah. You think what you want. He's hard to read.
Yeah.
In this case, you get this sense of. Does he know what he's talking about? Does he not? I don't know. So it's kind of hard.
I was just asking because up here it's very different than ground.
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, there are those who. And he kind of looks at the poster again. He's like, there are those who have power up here, and they want to use it. And so we make sure we are well funded and well stocked in the force to help where we can.
I think I say, have you ever considered diverting more officers to below? I speak from an admittedly small but experience, and my experience as a private investigator. Your rifts up here, perhaps it is your efficient way of closing it, perhaps it's the mist, but they're a lot less, as you described it, volatile. And they have less personnel down there.
I suppose that's true, but I don't know. There's a lot of money up here that wants to keep things the way that it is, and, we answer to the government, and so we do what we can with the folks down there, but I think they're fine. Men and women working down the streets, making sure to close up those rifts, keep people safe.
That is your goal.
Yes. Now tell me, why do you ask of the Gallows family, and what are you investigating exactly up here?
I kind of pause for a second, and I say to Marv in my head, he seems, he doesn't like them, so Hey,
like I've told you before, kid, an ally can be an ally, you don't have to be friends. If you can use them, if you can work together to an end goal, it is what it is. He doesn't seem, he always seemed just inept to me. I don't necessarily think I'd say he was corrupt, but who knows for sure.
I'll take your word for it. And I turn, kind of come back out, and I say, I am investigating a disappearance.
He leans forward, very interested.
Of someone from the fens, from ground level. But the clues that I have found have led me up here with ties to the Gallows family.
I see. He kind of looks around a little bit and he goes, a disappearance, you say?
Yes,
You think the Gallows family's involved?
I'm quite certain they're involved. It's just in what way.
Interesting. He kind of sits back for a second. You can see the gears turning in his head.
Would you happen to know the name, any chance, of one Lena Cass?
You can make an insight check on that one.
11?
Hard to read. This guy is just a hard to read guy. You can kind of get the idea he's a little bit of a politician.
Yeah.
And with these lower rolls, it's hard to read. No facial interest or change or anything. But he kind of leans back and he goes, all right, so you're looking for a missing person. The Gallows family's involved?
Yes.
I think he kind of sits forward a little bit, and maybe he loses a little bit of that politician veneer. All right, I got a proposition for you.
Oh?
I'm not going to mince words here. I got a election coming up that's pretty important to me, but I'll say that I don't think I got a shot this time around.
With the backing?
My lieutenant with some Gallows family backing and the good, he puts his air quotes up, the good that the Gallows family has been doing up here in the skyline has endeared them to the people a little bit.
What have they been doing exactly?
Oh, they've been pushing out new kind of items for people to use. There have been sort of an increase in Gallows family money coming into fundraisers, coming into charities, things of that nature, and seem to be some inventions and things of that nature coming in that even Brixie herself isn't able to do, or at least I should say isn't doing right now.
Inventions such as like new contraptions or objects?
Yeah, there was even this thing that would help put out fires, kind of like a canister type thing, and they were able to enchant sort of like a water spell to shoot out of it if people needed to put out fires, and they just donated them to houses all across the skyline and restaurants and everything, just kind of free of charge. So things like that, sort of just doing good work.
When did they start this?
It's been building for the last year and a half or so.
All right.
But the items has been pretty recent. The items, the donations and things for the last year and a half. But the items, that's fairly recent, within the last, I don't know, week or so.
I'm going to ask you, Commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
You've been up here for a while, and you are the Commissioner of the MMCD.
For now.
Can we agree to keep this conversation confidential?
He kind of closes his eyes a little bit, and I think he takes a moment and he spins around again, and he goes to a deeper file cabinet, and he opens it up and he thumbs through it for a little bit. And then after a second, he pulls out this thick file, and it's got some dust on it, and he pulls it off and he sets it down, opens it up, and you see a younger picture of a grizzled half-orc.
Oh.
Marv. You see Marv as kind of a young recruit. You know, you've probably never seen an image of him like this. He's, it's like a drawing, but yeah, you're seeing.
I stare at it.
Marv's like, oh, jeez. I didn't even have my sideburns back then.
I just say in my head, you look so different.
Time and corruption ages a guy. And I think Commissioner Renshaw looks through it a little bit, and he goes, oh, that's right, Marv. He was a good one. He trained a few people.
Yes.
He could never wear his uniform correctly, but yeah, I liked him. He's a good egg.
He was indeed.
And I think Marv kind of maybe is a little surprised there. Commissioner Renshaw closes up the file again, kind of taps it, puts yours on top of it as well, and he goes, all right, confidential. But in a return for this favor, I want you to hear out my proposition.
Go ahead.
You are looking for a missing person.
Yes.
Gallows family's involved.
Yes.
If there was a way that you could get proof of that and get it to me, it might help me in the upcoming election.
When do you need that proof?
2 weeks. A week would be better, so I have time to build on it.
All right.
What do you got? Confidentially, of course.
Confidentially. Those items for the past week or so, you said?
Yep. Just did a big delivery last Monday, I think.
The person I'm looking for is a young woman by the name of Jessica, sister of the one who sent me here, Lena.
Yeah, the family name maybe sounds familiar, but yeah, I don't know them.
Jessa was kidnapped by the Gallows family, or at least people working for them, because she was different. Is different.
Different how?
She is like Brixie.
And you see him kind of like, he doesn't need you to necessarily say it. He starts looking off into the middle distance, the gears turning behind his eyes. Ah, so you think the items are,
And she was kidnapped a couple days ago.
I see what's going on here. All right, you're going to want to get in with the Gallows family. You're going to want to figure out where they hang.
Yes, and hopefully
is there
we can
one
help
in
each
particular you're looking for? There's quite a few Gallows family up here. Lots of cousins, lots of nephews and nieces of Silas himself.
There's one I know by name that I've heard might be related. Marlowe Gallows?
He kind of leans back in his chair and he goes, Marlowe. Yeah, they call him Low up here. Low Gallows.
Low.
Well?
I met his cousin, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he runs a club over on the High Street. And that's just one of the upper ones, run by Silas, of course. But you'll find him there. They've been doing preparations for putting on some sort of show at the upcoming party. The Gallows family and, there's another family in town that they're kind of in cahoots a little bit.
The Farthing family?
Ah, I see you know. Okay, yes, the Farthing family. They've got a party coming up in a couple days, and there's going to be some entertainment, some food, people celebrating something.
Right.
I've kind of wondered if there was a connection there for a while, but I haven't been able to nail anything down. You'll find Low Gallows up there running the club, though.
And, what's the name?
Yeah, that one's, it's called the Opulent Span. It's up there on
Oh.
High Street. It's kind of, the whole thing's built on a bridge up there.
Oh. I think that's a good place to start. And, perhaps we can help each other with this case.
Perhaps we can. And no hard feelings about the whole worst Nightmare thing, right? I don't know. She's been causing chaos and problems for a while, but I don't know. Seems like the least of my concerns right now.
Has she stolen anything important that you know of?
Stolen any... Can't say I know for sure if she's just stolen anything important. You can feel free to make an insight check on that one.
Why am I rolling so horribly today? I've gotten only bad rolls. An insight?
Uh-huh.
7?
7? Yeah. This guy's hard to read.
Okay.
He's trained. She's been causing other kinds of problems too. It's not always thieving. Sometimes it's property destruction, causing chaos, that sort of thing. But yeah, you focus on Marlowe Gallows and we'll worry about the Nightmare there. And maybe we can help each other out.
I do believe so. I kind of stand up,
Okay.
I think, from the chair.
Okay. I think he looks a little surprised and he stands up also. Oh.
And I say, one more thing.
Well, yes, of course.
When you were informed of Marv's disappearance,
Marv in your head is like, death,
I
sword death. Just kind of commenting.
I say back in my head, I mean, it's not really the definition of... Never mind. And when you were informed of Marv's disappearance or perishing, did you ever order anybody to investigate that?
2 years ago, I gotta be honest with you. Most of my stuff is dealt with up here these days. The streets level operated by Lieutenant Calloway. And he's kind of been the streets guy for quite a while. So I didn't put in the investigation, he did. And yeah, well, there you go.
There wasn't an investigation.
What do you mean?
They labeled it as a magical incident and left it there.
Oh, I mean, if it was a magical incident, sure, but they
Didn't.
They never even investigated it?
It was a warehouse next to a place called the Gutterlight Tavern.
I've heard of it.
There was a rift created by a criminal dealing that me and Marv were tracking down, and it was too big. Marv managed to close it, but there was an energy blast released, and people assume he perished. And the warehouse was blown apart.
I think he sits back down and he cracked his neck a little bit and he's like, I see.
And they never investigated it.
Well, I'm going to be frank with you here. Calloway is working with the other side. And
I'd suspected that.
There's only so much I can do about it when I got superiors and money and things coming from all different directions. So I can't say I'm shocked. You get me this proof on this
disappearance.
Maybe we can retroactively get some justice for your old mentor who perished. Sorry about that, by the way.
I'm sorry too, but I feel like it was a bit of an eye-opening experience for me.
Well, with that, I gotta get to stuff. You go figure out what you want to figure out, and we'll be in touch.
Is this where I can find you most times?
Yeah, most of the time. I've been running my office, getting ready for the campaign, so daylight hours, I'll be here.
All right, I'll see you again sometime soon.
And he reaches out to shake your hand.
I shake it too.
As you shake his hand, he kind of pulls you in a little bit. And he goes, why don't we keep this between us both ways?
Sounds good.
All right. He opens the door.
I give him a tip of my hat as I walk out and say, good day, Commissioner Renshaw.
Yes, good day. And
pleasure doing business with you.
And he closes the door behind you and stays in his office.
I walk out. I see this bustle kind of around me.
Yeah.
Is anybody else paying attention to me, or am I basically unnoticed in this?
I think you're unnoticed in this case. Yeah. So you make your way out.
Yep, make my way out to the plaza.
Yeah, beautiful day here. The sun peeking through the mist. You can see pretty far, half-mile visibility. People are starting to feed back into the plaza a little bit. All the chaos of the cotton candy and the pigeons has died down. The rift, small that it was, closed up.
Are the extra officers gone by now?
I think they're still loitering a little bit, but starting to fade out for sure.
I pull out the invitation again out of my pocket. Is it addressed to somebody?
No. It's just almost like an advertisement invitation, like something they would mass produce to just give to lots of people. It's like, come join us commemorate new business venture with the Farthings. And it's, for in a couple days from now.
Couple days. And I tuck it in my pocket again. And look up towards the higher levels.
Yeah.
And say, well, seems got still more investigating to do. And I kind of turn down to the sword, say, well, Marv, perhaps you were right. Allies can be in unexpected places. But let's go find a place to stay. And I think I walk through the plaza and I don't really know this place very well. So
you just want to do some exploring?
Exploring. I think I'd probably maybe go up to an officer and ask where specifically the high street is.
Yeah, he points you to around the backside of the precinct. There's a gondola that runs at an angle up to High Street.
Okay.
From here. And you can see there's other gondolas from other places, but he's like, yeah, you can use that one. That'll take you up there. And there's a bunch of great restaurants up there, too. So.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And I go up. There's no, authorization needed.
Nope.
It's like our trolleys.
It's like your trolleys, but there's just gondolas everywhere. There's no one guarding it, but there are people, moving.
I hop on.
Okay, you hop on.
It's a weird experience, but
yeah, I bet it is. And you start climbing up through the, more open, cloudy sky area, but you start making your way up to High Street. As you get up a little bit, some of the plaza starts getting a little hazy, but you can still see it. But the fog still exists up here.
It's just lighter.
And you get up to this High Street, as it's called, which is the two of the skyscrapers a little farther apart.
Oh.
The bridges area had been kind of like a bunch of the skyscrapers together, everything crisscrossing and everything. As you get up to High Street, there's one long bridge connecting two of the farther away skyscrapers.
Are these all suspension bridges, or are they like firm?
No, I think this one is like a firm street.
Oh.
But it is a bridge. And so, as you see, it's like a long single street, stone. And so something that's been built in the years. There's just buildings on either side that look very fancy. There's nightlight, or there's lamps going all the way down the street. There's people walking along, some of them rolling along on wheeled vehicles, things of that nature, moving through this High Street, as it's called, up pretty high above everything.
I think I take out my pocket watch and check the time. Is it based on the sun, based on my pocket watch? Is this afternoon?
It's starting to get towards afternoon for sure.
All right. I think I go forward kind of warily because this is a bridge. And I don't think, despite it being sturdy, I don't think Mel necessarily trusts it just because she's not used to.
Yeah, that's true. You're not used to being
up high
places.
And so I think I step on and I walk down the street and I start looking at restaurants because he said there are some pretty good restaurants here.
Yeah.
And
I'll find a place to eat.
Yeah, I want to find a place to eat.
Okay.
And
go ahead and roll an investigation check and we'll just see what kind of thing you get. Bad roll again.
Why? I've only rolled bad rolls. Investigation? Wait, hang on. I can add the D4 from the
You
bracelet.
can add a D4.
Yes. 11.
An 11. Okay. Yeah, you go along and you start looking. They have those like menus displayed outside.
Yeah.
There's people like working and bustling. It's lunchtime. Some of them are closed because they're dinner places. And you start walking along. You finally come to this like cafe with a bunch of bakery items up front, some great looking smells, and you find your way into the entrance of this bakery. And there's tables out front and a lot of people just enjoying some pastries. That's what you find.
I check the prices because I don't necessarily have a lot of money.
You don't, and it's definitely high prices. You know, I think Marlock's noodles you're talking about
Couple silver.
A couple silver. These are like a gold per pastry.
Oh.
So it's definitely a wealth thing up here for sure. But you can go grab a seat if you like, whatever you're planning on doing. You find a bakery.
Yeah, I think honestly I'd go find a seat. I'm starting to get hungry from that chase and everything. I think I do kind of just want to arrange my coat for Marv to be kind of hidden.
Okay. Yeah, keeping him a little more.
Even if the weaponry is a thing up here, he is still a very strange looking sword.
He is.
So I think
that's fair.
Try to keep it.
Okay. You find a table at the Cloud Cafe, we'll call it.
All right.
We'll say this little gnomish woman comes up, long, very nicely curled hair. She goes, "Hello, love. What can I get for you?"
I take a look at the menu. Can I have a croissant?
Ooh, a croissant. Yes, of course. And anything to drink with that, or just water?
Just water.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right back at you. And she whisks away and returns with a croissant.
Oh.
It's warm.
Is it?
It's delicious.
Are these pre-baked at a normal bakery, or are they baking them?
No. I think they're pre-baked.
Yeah.
You can't see necessarily, but she warmed it up somehow and delivers it to the table. And then I think she comes over with water after a little bit, and she sets a glass down on the table. She hovers her hand over the glass a little bit, and a little frostbite cantrip chills the glass, and then she pours water into it. Another kind of just use of magic here. And as you go back, there's just a lot of that going around that you can see.
As I kind of sit here and take a moment to eat my croissant.
Which is delicious.
I think I might just mutter to myself, well, I'm not a super big pastry fan, but I can respect that. And I kind of just take a moment here to sit still. And with this constant use of magic up here, this is kind of going to be a weird thing, but with this constant use of magic, I want to kind of extend my senses out a little bit. I want to feel for that tension, that pre-rift sort of, feeling. And if you would allow me, it's probably going to be an Arcana check, but I want to, does this feel not just the magic, but does the tension feel different than street level? Is this
I will give you investigation or arcana, and I had said that you could have, when you rolled about rift stuff, Marv helps you.
Yeah.
With that little D4 as well, right?
Yeah. Wait, so he gives me a D4?
Yep.
Okay.
And, so does your bracelet for some of that stuff, but the bracelet's more for ability checks. This is kind of ambient, and then you can have that D4 too.
I finally get good. Non-natural 20.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think you're not really people watching, you're more like mist watching.
Yeah.
You see the mist swirling around across the bridge, kind of tucks under your feet occasionally, and it's still there.
But it's less.
I think you're starting to notice that as you're up here, it's like it's weaker. It's like it's less. It's still there, and there's still tension. You almost get the sense that, you're watching this gnome chill the glasses of things and use light. There's lighting here that's magically charged.
Yeah.
There's all this stuff. There's tension for sure. Almost like a volcano that is kind of waiting to erupt, but for now is just calm and peaceful. I think that you can sense that it wouldn't take much to open a rift up here. It wouldn't take much to use too much magic. I think what's happening here is that most of the people are using it so flippantly. There's not a lot of emotion behind it.
And so it's like there's more, but also less kind of.
And because there's a natural safety, the mists don't exist up here as much. They settle down in the streets. The mists are thick. The fog is thick down there. You can barely see anything. Naturally speaking, there's just a higher chance of danger down low. So these people up here, it's less strong. They're not having a lot of emotion. So what they're doing is they can kind of get away with using a lot more magic.
Because they use it so much.
Exactly. And because there's less of a danger here.
All right.
Which is unfortunate for those down below.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I look at that, and that's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
So I think...
Marv pipes up and he goes, well, what are you thinking? Hit the club early or later tonight, or what do we got in mind?
I think I've got a plan.
Okay.
I finished my croissant. It'd be weird, so I don't think I give Marv any.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I think I finished my water, and I stand up.
Okay. The gnome shouts to you, thanks for coming in, hon.
Did I pay?
We'll assume you paid.
Okay.
Unless you were going to try to dine and ditch or something, but...
Huh? Oh, no.
Okay. Then yeah,
just...
you leave a gold coin on the table, and away she goes, and you stand up.
I stand up, and now that I am up here on the high street, I think I step out and kind of straighten my coat, straighten my hat, make sure I kind of look better.
Yeah.
At least. And I want to look for that club entrance.
Okay.
At this time.
Make a perception check or investigation, up to you. It doesn't take much. It's more.
My investigation is better. A 9?
You got a 9?
Wait, hang on. Sorry. 12.
A 12. Okay. We'll say you start walking down High Street. It curves a little bit as it connects to this other building. You come around the corner and you see kind of the front steps of a building that goes up a little bit, and you see the opulent span, this like bridge. The sign itself looks like it's made out of like it's on a bridge.
Oh.
There's people out front. They're like setting up ropes. It's mid-afternoon. The doors are open, but it looks like workers going in and out. You see food being delivered in, and you see some musicians like starting to bring their stuff inside. It's like it's open, but it's not open for business.
Oh, yeah, like they're getting ready for
a night.
I think I watched that for a bit.
Okay.
I go over to just like somebody like setting up line fencing.
Okay. Yeah, there's a big burly guy there. We'll say he's kind of like tall and muscular. We'll go with like I don't know, what's a fun one? Like a tabaxi.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's sitting there, kind of cat guy, tight t-shirt, sitting there setting up the things. Kind of orange coloring.
I clear my throat. Sir?
Oh.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? And he goes for a cool high five.
I'm getting so many flashbacks.
You're getting the bro.
Oh no. Okay. He goes in for a high five.
Yeah. He's like, what's up? I like your hat.
Thanks. I sidestep the high five.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. What can I do for you?
I haven't been here before, but I was wondering when the club opens.
Oh, club opens tonight at 7. And, yeah, it's going to be rad. Going to be a live show tonight. Woo!
Oh.
Yeah. Music and stuff.
That sounds entertaining.
It's super entertaining. You going to be there?
Yeah. I'll, hope to see you later, perhaps.
All right. Sounds cool. And, hey, I like your horns. They look pointy.
Thanks.
And he goes for another high five.
I say, I like your stripes.
Oh, thanks.
And
I was born with them.
Softly. So was I. And
hey.
I high five him.
Okay. And Marv pipes up and he goes, that was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for both of you.
Yeah, it was. I kind of I walk off.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to know. I wave. And I turn around and kind of walk further down the street. I hope that was only him. I hope nobody else is like that.
So as you start to get a little further down the street, it's kind of a darker section as you get a little closer to this far skyscraper. This the end of the high street sort of vibe. Sort of a nondescript entryway. There's no signage or anything, but
does it go into the building?
Yeah, it goes into the building, and there's kind of a little bit of a plaza inside. And you notice inside there's like some tables and things like that, some plants and water features and stuff, but sort of nondescript, sort of just building in here as you're looking at the far side.
I think the doors are open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of curiosity, I think I'd step in.
Okay. I think you step in and you go into this kind of the lobby of this building. You see a signboard kind of sitting in the middle there, and as you go to look, you see a couple like names on there, just people's names and what floor they're on. A couple businesses, kind of like one of those buildings where there's multiple different types of businesses here.
So this goes into like a business building?
And residential building,
Oh.
Yeah. And there's just kind of this sort of wide open area with tables and chairs and fountains and trees and plants where people can sit and enjoy whatever.
Oh. I take a look down the list.
Mhm.
Is there anything that says like inn or like rental services?
Oh,
That
like
would be in this-
like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make another check. I'm just making you roll because it's funny. You've been rolling so terrible.
What check?
Perception or investigation again. You can add your D4 if you like.
I genuinely do not understand how I've rolled like 3 5s in a row. Oh, that's good. 13?
13, yeah. Easy enough. You see that they're one floor up, even kind of with a balcony overlooking.
Oh.
There is the, what's a good name for it?
The Skyview Inn.
Yeah, you see a sign for the Skyview Lodge. One floor up.
All right. I think I walk forward stairs.
Yeah. There's a escalator.
Oh.
Yeah, in the back there. So you come around the corner and it maybe surprises you a little bit, but there's a moving stairwell going up.
I stare at it, I think, for
Yeah.
a second. I don't think I've seen an escalator before. Are they like...
And there's like a very clear blue glow battery sticking on the side.
Oh.
And this
Is it
stairwell.
a normal staircase that's moving like an escalator, or is it an escalator?
No, it's like an escalator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's being charged by one of Brixie's batteries.
Yeah, I think I stared at it for a good second and trying to figure out like how it works.
Mhm.
I kind of just look down at Marv and say, "Is a moving staircase a good idea?"
I don't know. You're the one with bones and flesh still. I think I'll be
That's
fine.
true. Well, you could always get wedged in the side. And
I suppose that's true.
I take a wary step onto it.
All right. You take a step onto it, and like with a little jolt, you're maybe thrown off balance for a second, but you grab the side, and you start to ascend up and up and up.
I think
Nothing.
I try walking up it at first, and then like
Yeah, and then
kind
you
of realize
yeah.
it's like, oh.
As you kind of step onto it, can you make a perception check?
For the past
Episode?
rolls,
Yeah.
I have gotten one roll that is above a 10. Everything else has been 1s, 2s, 3s, or 5s.
What'd you get?
And like 2 7s. Another 3. So perception?
Yeah.
6.
Okay. You're going up there. You're caught on by this escalator. You're like, whoa, this is really cool. You get to the top.
What floor are we on?
You're up, moving up just one floor to get to the Skyview Lodge.
And like
And
what
so-
level?
Oh, what level are you on up here?
Hmm?
Like 30. No, at High Street, you're probably on like the 40th level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So these are tall things.
Yeah, they're pretty tall.
Okay. Yeah.
And you get to the top and you kind of step off and you're standing there a little wibbly wobbly. And then with that terrible perception check, you don't notice the two guys that had been following you. Both burly gentlemen. One's like a dwarf, built
Oh.
stocky, kind of like Starve was. And then the other one is another half orc. And suddenly you feel arms picking you up right around the armpit, lifting
God.
you up off the ground.
I
And-
feel that
Mhm.
and
And they start carrying you forward.
it's forward where I was already going
Uh-huh.
or
But
I just
towards the Skyview Lodge, and one of the voices is like, "Don't struggle, come with us."
they said don't struggle.
Yeah.
I kind of like support myself
Mhm.
in the guy's arms.
Yeah,
and
your feet are
I think-
off the ground.
And I just kind of turn around to look at at least one of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the dwarf is the one that chatted with you.
where are we going?
We got somebody that wants to meet.
And who might that be?
No questions. Just come with us. You're
Can
not
you-
got a choice anyway.
I'd like to walk.
Yeah, well, I'd like 100,000 gold, but I don't get paid that much. And then he just keeps carrying you and lifting you off and carrying you down a hallway.
I honestly think that with this, like, they're not necessarily hostile.
No, they're just kind of carrying you.
I think I kind of just I say to Marv in my head, be ready. But
Always. I hate this place.
I'm starting to think the same way.
Yeah. And I think they lead you into a little room. They open up the door and they go in and like an interrogation room. They throw you down, sit you on a chair.
Is it just a normal chair?
Yeah, it's just a normal chair. Yeah. Door closes behind you. And sitting there across from you is a larger human guy. He is wearing a suit vest with torn sleeves.
Oh.
And
I've seen this guy before. I have.
Yeah, and the deal.
Yeah. And outside the shop.
Yep. And this is the same guy, and you recognize that. This is the same guy that you have seen before. And he looks at you, leans across the table, his arms covered in tattoos as well. He's got that torn off sleeves. He leans forward across the table. He goes, "Heard you been looking for me."
I take a look at his two goons. Are they just
They stepped
standing
outside,
there?
so they closed the door.
Outside.
Yep. So it's just you and this guy.
I kind of straighten myself in the chair. I assume you are Marlo Gallows?
And assume you're the one that helped my cousin get out of a bind. Distant cousin, of course, but my cousin nonetheless.
Yeah, that's me. I think I've seen you around before.
Yeah, I've seen you too. Now tell me, what do you want with me, and what do you want with Skyline?
I think I kind of lean in to him too and say, "What do you want with me?"
He kind of chuckles a little bit and he goes, "I see how it's going to be. Hard to get, huh?" And he cracks his knuckles like this and he goes, "Well, there's only one way to solve this." And then he puts his arm across the table like this in an arm wrestling stance.
Nice.
And he goes, "First one to drop answers a question."
I have low strength, but it's not a negative.
All right.
Which is great.
You guys clasp hands.
Clasp hands.
Marv's like, "Oh, here we go." And
right.
With this arm wrestling thing, we are going to end this episode. This is already going a little long as Marlo Gallows is staring there in front of you, challenging you to an arm wrestling match.
That admittedly was not what I was expecting.
We'll see how it goes from there.
All right. I mean, it's only afternoon. Getting a room can wait.
Yeah.
And
all right. That was a fun lore episode. Sorry, no combat, but it was a good one.
Hey, I liked that.
That's good.
Perhaps there's more sides to this case.
Maybe. With that, though, we are going to end this episode, and we're also going to do a little something where we maybe give you a little level increase. You've been dealing with a lot of rifts. You've been dealing with a lot of people and interesting interactions with commissioners and whatnot. So we're going to say that on that one and the getting up here, figuring things out, all that stuff, we're going to bump Mel to level 4.
Yay!
So we'll deal with that off screen, and we'll come back next time with a slightly higher level. And we'll see what this guy, Marlo Gallows, wants out of an arm wrestling match with you.
All right. Arm wrestling match and a mystery to go along with it.
That's right. All right. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week
on Dadventurous.